Welcome back to the Cuyahoga Sounds podcast. I'm Evan Stone.
I'm Chuck Schilling.
Today we have the Labra Brothers.
Sir.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's up?
Are you three the brothers?
Yes.
Cool.
There's one more, but he's not with us currently.
Oh, what happened?
We
to
grounded him.
Oh, okay.
left him at
I
home.
thought you meant he went to heaven.
That sounded a lot worse.
That's why I said currently. I thought that would maybe.
We're limited on mics
Yeah.
and desk space here.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we've run the
So there's
limitations of a 6
4 brothers
table.
total?
Yeah,
Well,
5 total,
five?
but 4
Wow.
in the band.
Yeah.
Oh,
in the
wow.
band, yeah.
Cool. And how many
I got
are
3
in your
brothers.
band total? The 4?
4 brothers in the band. It's a 6-piece band total.
6-piece. Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's the instrumentation?
So the 3 of us do vocals, and I play guitar in addition to that.
I play saxophone and guitar, and then
I
Christian.
play bass and sing.
Okay, cool. Let's do that again, but say what your names are, so
Yeah,
we
that
can
makes-
get
sure.
you introduced.
Yeah. I'm Adrian. Adrian Labra, the oldest brother, in case that's worth anything. And I play guitar and sing.
I'm David Labra. I'm the middle brother. I'm also the shortest person in the band.
Wow, yeah,
Thank you for
I'm
saying
this
that.
time.
Yeah,
Nice.
and
Best haircut though.
thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. And I play saxophone, guitar, and sing.
All right.
My name's Christian. I am the second oldest in the band. Wait, not in the band, of the brothers.
Now you're confusing everyone.
I'm the second oldest of the brothers, and I play bass and I sing.
All right.
All
Yeah.
right.
You might add that you guys sing beautifully together. It's very, very
I appreciate it.
inspiring
Thank you.
harmony. It's good to know that people
Yeah.
are still out there writing like that and singing like that.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That's my favorite part. Yeah.
I think our guests are parched. I know I am.
Oh yeah.
What do we got?
We went with the shandy today
It's fine.
from Platform. Yeah, called Open Market. Well, Nordic style white ale. It's a fancy way to say shandy.
Sweet. Okay.
Maybe it's different. I don't know. I think it's shandy. All right, we got blackberry. We got mango. We
Nice.
got.
Whoa.
I'm digging.
Wow.
Let's go.
We got guava.
Guava.
Whoa.
They got really crazy with this. Peach and apricot.
Whoa.
I'll try the guava. Is this the guava? Yeah.
Mango sounds good.
Yeah, I was telling Chuck this was basically the only reason we decided to do this.
Oh, the free beer?
Yeah. We were weighing
be-
our options. We're like, guys, I mean, we'll probably get a free drink.
It'd be great if we did this for the free beer.
Yeah, cheers to that. Well,
Yeah,
something.
cheers,
Thanks for
all right.
having us. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, is your father's name Bob?
No.
No?
My father's name
but
is
that's
Armando.
not Bob Labra?
Bob Labra? No.
Okay.
That would be pretty funny.
Candelabra.
Candle. Yeah. Yeah.
Heard that
Funny-
one before,
yeah.
but I still like it. It's a good
Yeah,
one.
that's a good one.
Maybe we'll find one they haven't heard before by the end of
Yeah.
this
By the end of
podcast.
it, we'll throw so many puns at them. They'll just regret the beer. You know? It's not worth
That
it.
would be that fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I already showed up with just Shandy, and now we're making fun of their names. Jeez.
That's strike 2.
That's pretty good, though.
Cool.
All right, guys. So how long you been making music together?
About 7 years, right? At
Yeah.
this point?
I mean, yeah,
Together?
it's been it's a complicated question for us because we obviously grew up together, and you know, music, like performing music, has just been kind of a way of life. You know, we were kind of almost forced to do it as kids. You know, in front, at family parties, just be like, hey, bring your guitar to this family function because we're, you know, people are gonna want to hear
Once
some
you get
music.
past the
been there.
trauma, you know, you kind of just realize that it's something for you.
Yeah, and I can freely talk about it now. It took me a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like Christian said, it's been about 7 years since we decided to call the thing the Labra Brothers and got some, you know, professional musicians involved and who are now our close friends. And
Great.
yeah, about 7 years.
Cool. And you guys from Ohio?
Yeah, from Northeast Ohio, the Youngstown area.
Youngstown,
Where we,
cool.
Yeah, where we were
You still
born.
around there?
I actually live in Lakewood.
Lakewood. All right.
These guys are still around.
Yeah, we both live in Boardman, which is a suburb of Youngstown.
all right.
But yeah, Christian's up in Cleveland. Our youngest brother Antonio is also in a suburb of Youngstown, and then the brother who's not in the band is Columbus right now. We're hoping eventually maybe we can course him back here and get 5 brothers in the band, but we'll see about
What's
that.
Antonio play?
He plays congas and auxiliary percussion. So he just bought a set of timbales a couple weeks ago. He debuted those at we had a show at the Music Box couple weeks ago now.
With Apostle Jones, right?
Yeah, with Apostle Jones. Yep.
We know those guys too.
Yeah, they're pretty
they're
good
great.
people. We had a lot of fun playing that show with them. Really a lot of talent in that band, and I loved their set. It's like loose and flowing, kind of like this podcast. It just feels good, you know. Yeah. So, but yeah, he just bought a set of timbales and debuted them. So he's kind of,
Cool.
kind of getting.
I heard some hand drums in there. That's cool that it's actual member of the band doing all that stuff. It's cool. So that leaves you're under the drum kit. Is that a guy you hired?
Yeah. His name is Matt Hayes.
Matt Hayes.
Yeah, we've been with him probably like 4 years now.
Maybe longer.
He's been with us from the beginning. He
Oh,
actually started with us as a percussionist, hand drums
yeah.
and whatnot. And Antonio, our youngest brother, he's 16. So like 7 years ago, you can do the math. He wasn't quite ready to jump into the full production. So
We've been grooming him, so now he's
that's
good.
funny.
Good to go.
So member number 6, is that keys or a second guitar? Or-
Keys,
Keys,
yeah,
yep.
Danny Svensson. He plays in a band called Spirit of the Bear also.
Oh, cool. I've heard of them.
Yeah, so love both those guys. At this point, they're basically family. I mean, we roast them just like we roast each other. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
just
that's how you
cool.
know that you've passed the point of just being friends.
You're on
Yeah.
the team.
Yeah.
Either that or you don't get uncomfortable by how much we insult each other. Because new people, like we've had subs before, and we just kind of roast each other sometimes, and just
Into the
because we're
mic.
brothers. Yeah. So.
Awesome.
Yeah. So after we roast each other, like all these subs are like looking at us and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" Like they're yeah,
Guys are fucking
yeah, I know. Exactly.
Should I call
Exactly, and like so, Adrian has like told them he's kind of the one who realizes, oh, these people think we hate each other, so he'd be like, hey, we're just kidding, it's all right.
someone? It's just normal.
Normal conversation. Yeah.
Great.
So.
How'd you arrive at this style? Well, actually, first, do you guys have something that you call your style? Do you self-proclaim this type of band?
Hard to.
Do you have something on your website or something that says we're this type of band?
Yeah, but I feel like that was just because for a lack of like actually, pinpointing like, 3 or 4, we had to like. I would say that our genre spans like, Latin, funk, soul, blues, and then alternative rock. But it's kind of hard to like list all of those.
Yeah.
But we would say that we have some heavy Latin influence in our music, so like Latin rock. We also use like funk as kind of like a genre that we would, consider our own, and then blues.
Cool. You guys, Latin in ethnicity?
Yeah, our dad is from Mexico.
Cool. You're first generation here then? Born here, guys?
Yeah,
we're
we're born
second.
here. Yeah,
second.
Our dad is first generation.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I like to think that we could coin a term and call it Latin funk and soul, and I think that's probably what we have on our website.
Yeah.
But we,
I could agree with that one.
Yeah.
okay, that's nice to have that affirmation. I mean, it kind of seems like more and more as we continue to write, that doesn't necessarily encompass everything. So this newest stuff that we've actually been in the studio, or at least having writing sessions, and it kind of, some of the stuff is kind of even more just pushing the boundaries. It's not necessarily defined by that, but I guess everything we have to date, it feels like, you could call it Latin funk and soul and be okay with it.
Cool. Latin funk and soul right now, and then in the future, you're gonna flex that muscle and expand.
Yeah, we'll
whatever.
let you
Keep us
decide.
guessing.
Yeah. It's always interesting to hear what people think,
Yeah.
because we always have an idea of what we sound like, and then there's like somebody that likes one particular song and they'd like to say that we're this type of genre. But
You guys on all the streaming services to find your music?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Your favorites, Spotify,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple Music. Spotify's
Deezer.
not a popular answer these days, I guess, but Apple Music, all the
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I had it going on Apple Music yesterday with the headphones on, and it just sounded fantastic.
Oh, thanks.
I was listening to not the latest single, but the one that was right before it was also a 2022. Can't think of the name of it. off the top of my
Waiting?
head. Waiting.
Oh yeah.
Very Paul Rogers in the vocals. Like I
Ah,
heard,
cool.
Oh, cool.
yeah, I heard Bad Company coming through, and I was like, oh wow, like that is just powerful.
Wow, we haven't heard that.
I'll take it.
before.
I'll take
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of. My wife, she just got home. She was in Florida. I was like, hey, check this out. We got these guys coming in tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, so
Sick.
Awesome.
she was
Word.
digging it too. It was her music for the flight home.
Oh, awesome.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Individually, let's start with you, Christian.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I'll get him. Influences.
I guess like instrumentally.
Instrumentally, yeah, or inspirationally.
Oh man, yeah. So bassists, I really love Pino Palladino.
Oh yeah.
It's like one of my favorite bassists. I grew up when I first picked up the bass. Adrian kind of like coerced me to start playing bass because we were just as like a duo. I was just playing percussion and singing. I was like, this is kind of lame. I kind of like want to play something. He's like, pick up the bass. So I did, and I started listening to Flea. Like I just listened to so much Red Hot Chili Peppers when I was, 9, 10 years old.
Nice.
So he was a bassist that I started on, and then as I discovered more, Pino Palladino. There's like, I'm
He's awesome.
losing a ton, but John Paul Jones. Like I listened to so much Led Zeppelin when I was younger. So another one. I'm probably leaving out a ton, but yeah, no, I get inspired by those guys.
All right.
It
Let's move
happens
on.
when you get put on the spot. you know?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, listen to this and be like, oh man, I left out like 5 guys.
Yeah, well, it's usually just one person, and we got 3 today, so we got to keep the answers a little bit shorter. To
Yeah,
fit.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. You can just comment on the video or whatever, the ones you've left out.
Sure. I'll comment. Yeah.
You mentioned enough.
David.
So I think all three of us definitely listened to a lot of Los Lobos growing up. Los Lobos, Los Lonely Boys. I don't know if you're familiar with them. And then right now, I very heavily binge music. So I get into one artist and I'll listen to them for like just on repeat, like all day long. And the people I'm repeating now are probably The Dip, which I think I mentioned earlier. Lake Street Dive.
Oh, good, solid choice.
And Sammy Ray and the Friends, which are actually they're gonna be in Cleveland in a couple weeks, and I'm going to see them. But, Sammy Ray and the Friends. They're an LA-based band, but they kind of have like I like bigger bands, with horns and stuff like that, just because playing the saxophone. But horns and like a diverse vocalist, I think really kind of draw me in. So.
Cool. All right, Antonio.
Adrian.
Yeah,
That's okay. Antonio's the
okay, it was
youngest.
an A.
Antonio was your other
He's
brother.
grounded.
They're both.
Oh.
They both start with A. It's all good. Yeah. Our mom still gets them mixed up, so it's okay.
Yeah. So you can continue to mix them up. David kind of stole mine. Los Lobos is the band that I always find myself just gravitating back to for a lot of different reasons. Inspirationally, I guess just because they. We talked a little bit already about kind of our ethnic background, and they're a Mexican American band from East LA. That's what they're basically. That's their kind of trademark, Los Lobos out of East LA, and they, I guess, growing up, starting out, my dad introduced all of this traditional Mexican music to me, and so the first songs I ever learned how to play were traditional Mexican tunes. And Los Lobos, my dad introduced them to me as well. They do everything from those traditional tunes, in Spanish, to, they do country, they do blues, they do soul, they do kind of, they're just, I was in awe of their versatility. And the fact that they can so confidently, so willingly play a blues tune or a soul tune in front of an entirely American audience, and then follow with a traditional Mexican song just because they can, and it's in their blood, and it's in mine too. So I guess I identified with them in that way. So
We all thought that was cool. We all kind of grew up like that,
yeah.
We throw in a cumbia every time, like in every gig, pretty much. Like, and then we'll have our own original music. So
That's a Latin rhythm.
What did you call it? A
cumbia. It's like
Cumbia.
like a Latin.
Like
dancing
a
rhythm.
like a salsa or merengue or something like that. It's like one of those. Yeah.
What's something that our listeners might have heard, like a popular song that has a beat like that we can reference?
There is a song by Los Lobos called Cumbia Raza, which is, that's a cumbia.
Probably
that's
the
it.
most popular one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably not. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to get back to you on that one.
Cool.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know anything offhand, but
Is it in the drums or?
yeah,
It's driven by the percussion. Yeah, for sure.
that's how a lot of the Latin rhythms are. Like, they'll vary from just the way the drums and the bass.
I would say, I'd venture to say that universally, it is a song that will get your toes tapping. You want to kind of dance. Even if you're not a dancer, which I am not. But I wish I could dance when I hear some of those tunes. But anyway, as far as my influences go, they're definitely right at the top. But I've grown up loving blues. A lot of different blues guitarists. John Lee Hooker. I guess
Muddy Waters.
Muddy Waters, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so kind of a mixed bag.
You guys sing in Spanish sometimes?
Yeah. Try to write as well. Some lyrics in Spanish, and definitely cover a ton of those those traditional Mexican songs. Even not like the traditional, some of the more contemporary songs that might be popular throughout like Mexico or Latin America. Definitely try to throw that in to the set wherever we can, just because, it's something that kind of defines us a little bit, but it's also, we know there aren't a ton of bands in the area doing that. So, it's something that we like to think sets us apart a little bit. But
Yeah, I think as our writing kind of evolves too, we kind of head in that direction a little bit more. We talked more, or we touched a little bit earlier on just like how we like to spread the boundaries, but like that's something I think we like to keep at the core, is that that Latin influence and the Spanish lyrics, which we have probably the most Spanish in our lyrics off of the songs that we're currently writing, which will hopefully lead into a larger project, next year. But yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I gotta catch up on my Spanish.
Yeah. You can learn through us. Yeah, so do we. Yeah.
Do you guys ever expand the band like to more than 6 members for those extra sounds and little whatever?
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
Yeah,
No.
we do. We definitely have before. We've played shows with like up to, I think, 8 or 9. Well, we have like some brass players, kind of supplement the sound.
Cool.
But
More sax? Or,
yeah, well, we'll have like a trumpet, and then we had
Well, the last time we did it was before I picked up the Barry, but we had 2 saxophones and a trumpet. But we like to expand that when we can, as much as we can. So really like to incorporate a lot of percussion too. So Antonio's kind of wearing a lot of hats when it comes to that. He's playing a lot of different percussion instruments. So
That's always fun, though.
Yeah.
Give all those different textures to everything.
yeah.
and
He's a percussionist right here.
Yeah.
I'm not so much.
I couldn't tell from the drum sets. Yeah, the
We
2
have
drum sets.
drums
Yeah.
in stereo.
Oh yeah. So you guys are musicians yourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So you play percussion? Do you play anything else?
I play some guitar, some bass.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, he was a natural when he picked up the bass. It was just like, oh, I can do that.
That's frustrating sometimes. Huh?
I know where I want the bass player to be.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
I had been playing guitar for a little bit and just was terrible at it, but I knew my way around the fretboard. I picked up the bass and I was like, I know where I'm supposed to be. I know where I would want me.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
have
Having
on
that
the
drum
kit.
background. Oh yeah.
So I'm like, so that feels really natural. So
Nice.
actually did my first bass gig last year.
Yeah.
That was my first time getting to move around on the
Yeah,
stage.
yeah.
It was kind of weird.
Nice.
What was the gig?
It was a band from like the 90s. It was a cover band from the 90s that does this reunion thing every year, and their bass player couldn't make it for some reason. They're called Rock Bottom. So it was a bunch of cover tunes and stuff. And
Nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Got to wander a little
That's
bit.
a fun gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cover music.
Yeah, lots and lots of cover bands.
Well, that's a great way to, like, if you're, trying to get more confident on the bass,
Get up on
instead of
stage,
playing somebody
yeah.
else's originals where you're like, oh,
Yeah,
things
for
you've
sure.
never heard before, yeah.
And then Evan and I met as a Chili Peppers tribute band.
Oh,
nice.
sweet.
Cool.
Both responded to a Craigslist ad. He was playing guitar. I was
That's
playing
awesome.
So you were
drums.
Chad Smith. Who were
Yeah.
you in the band?
I was John Frusciante.
Nice.
Right on.
Word. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you're a guitarist.
yeah.
Cool.
Guitarist with a piano background.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, and then any of the other fretted instruments you just kind of learn because it's so relatable, and especially bass. I've played bass sometimes.
Cool.
Cool.
Very
Awesome.
Very awesome.
I've played bass with Apostle Jones before.
Oh,
They're
awesome.
really
I
Nice.
heard that on
Nice.
one of the episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a revolving cast of a backing band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
That's
do
what he was
seem.
saying.
I mean, because we saw them they played in Youngstown. I think the week before we had our show with them in Cleveland, and I think they had a different drummer and a different bassist.
Yeah. The bassist's name was Jan Rodriguez.
Oh yeah, from Camel Butter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He was there. I met him, and he said that that was his first gig.
Yeah.
And so was the drummer. I can't
Yeah.
remember the drummer's name.
Yeah, but it was different drummer and bassist for those two gigs. So it's
Yeah.
kind of cool though.
Keeps it fresh.
Yeah,
know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a different take on.
Not to go off on a sidebar, but camel butter.
Camel butter.
Yeah.
That's
They're
That's
a
quite a
jam
name.
band, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The-
that's-
jazz jam.
That's
Yeah.
sick. Yeah, he was kind of telling us a little bit about them at the show, but we really got along with him. He's
Cool.
he's Puerto Rican, I think,
Yeah.
and so he was kind of talking. He really liked the Spanish, lyrics and stuff like that. So we kind of got into it with him about that. So
Cool.
Mhm.
We talked to Nick, the guitarist from that band,
Okay.
episode 8 or 9, something like that.
oh, sick,
Nice.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What episode number is this then?
This will be 19, I believe.
19. Okay.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Cool.
will be 19.
Cool.
Awesome.
So when did you guys start doing this?
November?
Is it
Oh, okay,
coming? Are they interviewing us now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Might as well.
It's okay. We get a break from asking questions.
Let's
I
see
know these
whatever,
answers.
whatever 20 weeks ago is. Well, 19, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around November.
I dig it. I had a chance to listen to a few of the episodes. I just think it's really cool. It's a nice vibe. People come in and they just kind of you let them kind of speak freely. What I mean by that is there's no structure necessarily.
No, lots of different rhythms we've tried. They all kind of work.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's awesome.
It keeps it entertaining for us,
Absolutely,
too. We
yeah.
just want to hear what you guys have to say, and we get cool people to come over to my house all the time.
Yeah, that's cool. And that's the kind of thing that I was like, wow, who would have thought that all these musicians actually have like something to say?
Yeah.
Trying to also help give back because we've been playing music for so long. I've been in a handful of bands, like some semi-successful, some just failures from the get-go. And,
Yep, we can relate to that. Yeah.
and also to help build the community. You know
Absolutely,
what I mean? Everyone that we have had on here is connected in some sort of way.
Yeah.
Just a few degrees of separation.
Yep.
Sure.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks for for the invite and
Oh, yeah.
having us on. We
Well,
appreciate
thanks for
it.
the music.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
usually we have had people that we know on.
Yeah.
Like just have our buddies in here. And we are both meeting you guys today.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Hopefully you don't regret the decision afterwards.
I would say it's going pretty well.
It's not like a job interview.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about your future plans then, because you got a really good base of material right now. How many albums do you have out or singles?
We have one album, and we currently have 4 singles at this point.
Yeah. So I think total we released an EP in like 2016, and then full album a couple years ago, a live EP after that, and then we will be releasing an EP of April this year.
April.
So,
All right.
mhm.
Cool.
Right, April.
Do you have any lead singles
Yes.
before you release it?
We have
Yeah.
one coming up on the 25th.
All right.
That's the next one out. It's called Maybe.
April.
April 25th.
No,
No.
March 25th.
Or sorry, no, sorry,
Yeah.
March 25th.
It's March.
Yeah,
It's March.
The EP will be released in April. That's
Yeah.
April 25th, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. We have.
These dates get.
It's a blur, man.
Yeah.
It is. It honestly is. And time just it goes by so quick. But and we've been trying this new thing, trying to, I guess, tweak our approach a little bit to releasing this new music. Trying to adapt to the new way of the world, which is not so much album oriented, but people drop singles all the time, or like small collections of songs instead of, I guess, dumping all their time and effort and resources into a whole album.
Yeah. You don't see many albums like more than 10 songs anymore, like ever.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, and I'm not a huge fan of that, but I guess I can't complain about it too much because our album is 10 songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we were for the longest time just like recording and tweaking and mixing and all this stuff, and then we would go like a year or something without releasing anything. So I feel like this way it's at least better for our listeners to have this frequent flow of things rather than like the big waiting period.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's the thing now. You have to keep them engaged, so you have to have new.
It's
when
good.
I- Yeah, there's just that
Yeah.
demand for new.
Do you guys have
new
a
content.
recording or production team, or do you DIY?
pretty DIY.
Yeah, Danny. Danny, our keyboard player, he is also a mixing engineer. So we do all of our recording.
That's always awesome to have
Yeah,
in the
it's pretty-
band.
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to have one on the team, right?
Yeah.
We so we're at his place pretty frequently, writing, recording.
It's been cool because like we've like done a lot of things like experimentally, and like I feel like we're learning just by doing it instead of having somebody show us how to do it necessarily. So if anything, we'll have that experience under our belt.
It's hard to take advice anymore because it's changing so fast.
Yeah.
And all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, I mean, you can ask for advice all day, but I mean, at the end of the day, I guess I'm finding more and more you just kind of have to figure your own path. I mean, but anyway, the singles thing. This single that we'll release at the end of March will be our 4th single in 4 months, leading up to the EP that we'll release at the end of April.
Oh, cool. That's a nice formula.
Yeah. Like I said, we're trying new things, so we'll.
How many total songs on the EP?
6 songs.
6.
Yeah.
6 songs.
All right, cool.
Yeah, releasing a lot of the songs.
Yeah, we're releasing a lot of songs in advance, which like
Two
I said,
new
it's just-
songs on the
Yeah.
release date.
yeah.
A lot of artwork to get together.
Yeah, it was a lot of artwork to get together. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said artwork. Okay, hard work. I got it.
Oh,
no,
artwork.
I said
Artwork.
artwork,
yeah.
He
Yeah.
said
For
artwork.
for each
Artwork.
single.
Artwork together.
Yeah.
Oh,
So did you say hard work?
I said artwork.
I heard
Yeah.
artwork, then hard work.
Well, both, I guess both apply.
It's
but-
some work. Yeah.
Cool.
I've been liking the way that frequent flyers, or not frequent flyer,
Fearless Flyers?
Fearless Flyers.
Yeah.
Frequent Flyers. That's the line in my mind.
He's just
The
thinking
way
of your
they've been
miles.
releasing the things out on YouTube, their videos keep getting me hooked, man. They had a couple out last week that were,
Fearless Flyers.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the oh my gosh,
Wolfpack.
basically Wolfpack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the
they're
core guys. Except for they've got was it Dean? Oh, what's the drummer's name?
Oh,
It's a different Nate Smith.
Nate Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough not to just stare at their videos and be like,
Yeah.
just in awe. I mean, they
Oh,
play so fast and so
Yeah.
proficiently. It's just
And it seems like they put it out like they were like, hey, we just came up with this 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Here's a
that's-
recording, and it sounds fantastic, and everybody's polished.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
You get that level.
That's how it seems like. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
But they don't they drop like a video with every single they do, like they release a video and then same day.
Yeah, I believe
Single.
so.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
It is a pretty cool formula.
yeah, it's fun to follow along.
Yeah. The branding too, and it's so Wolfpack. I mean, you can just the graininess of the video and like the slow zoom ins from like whatever camera they're using. It's really kind of unique. But they've kind of locked their niche down, I think, for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Their niche is everyone.
Yeah. So honestly.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all right.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
not a bad thing.
like musicians and music lovers like really love them, But
Yeah, I got the same kind of vibe like that with Queens of the Stone Age in the early 2000s. Like that was a musician's band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like Deep Purple
Yeah,
or like
good-
Led Zeppelin.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Biebs, yeah.
Of course.
Baby Beebs. Yeah.
There's your popular tune. You know that has the Latin vibes. You know, you had the Despacito, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't really cumbia though. If it's-
It was like reggaeton.
I'm going to take your word on that one.
Let's just do a mandatory change of subject.
All right, let's thank our sponsors.
All right.
Sponsored by Justin Bieber today.
You know who hooks Justin Bieber up with all of his microphones?
Chuck Kaminsky, eh?
Yeah, Chuck Kaminsky, the basement trader, world famous guy out of Painesville, Ohio.
Mhm.
Oh.
Whoa.
Hey, nice.
He's great for setups. You're on the east side. You know, we were just saying we saw a post where somebody was just like, "East side need a guitar set up. Everybody's gone," and like all of our listeners were like Chuck Kaminsky, basement
Chuck
trader.
Kaminsky,
Hey,
Chuck
nice.
Get
Kaminsky,
over
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Good to know.
Setups. He's also got a lot of used gear that he's got on his reverb shop.
right.
Basement Trader, BASSMENTTRADER.
Wow, that
You want
was-
the
that's
spelling bee,
impressive.
huh? .com.
You got the next one?
Sure. I got Jones Drones.
Ooh, that guy.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Russell Jones from Jones Drones Cleveland.
Cleveland.
JonesDronesCLE.com. Commercial drone services focused on creative solutions for your business. Does drone photography. He's licensed, insured, all that stuff.
Yeah, and if you want to see some of his footage, check out the intro of episode 18 of the Cuyahoga Sound
Nice.
podcast.
That was, look at the episode before this one.
Nice.
I think I just listened to that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Russell Jones. Cool.
Russell Jones.
All right. Listen CLE we're in partnership with.
Yes.
Yeah. Amanda Nix and Mike McFarland's. Sort of nonprofit thing to bring more attention to Cleveland.
They've got
nationally.
a lot of really cool stuff in the works. We just
Oh,
went
yeah.
to a Cleveland music
conversations.
Yeah, it was. They're working on a website right now. It should be launched very soon for all local artists to get on there and make EPKs. This is going to be shared with venues, and they'll be able to select like how many pieces are in the band.
Oh, wow.
It's like
That's
a
awesome.
directory of musicians.
That's
for
really
Cleveland.
cool.
And what exactly
Yeah.
do they need? You know, as
Yeah.
far as equipment.
Oh,
and-
that's
Yeah,
really-
they're
yeah.
still like working out the bugs, but they're gonna launch that soon, and like any of us can just get in there.
Yeah, they're doing some really great things at Listen CLE. So check them out, and of course they have their
The 9 mood-based
Mood-based.
Cleveland's artist list. Yeah, what is love? Groove, energy boost, chill, feel good, rock out, night driving, misery loves company, and
Yeah.
acoustic cuts.
That's it.
Nice.
That's all 9.
So you can go by the vibe, and they even have some holiday vibes every once in a while.
Oh,
So
yeah,
when the holidays
Christmas and
approach,
Halloween.
yeah, they'll have
They're
some
ready.
Go
holiday.
to
cool.
listencle.com for direct links to the playlist.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Check
Cool,
them out.
cool,
They're cool as hell.
How about that vodka back there?
Oh, let's check that out.
How about it?
Voodoo Vodka.
How do you spell that? Is that
VOU. I'm the speller today. I feel like I should get a ribbon at the end of this. VOUDOUX Vodka, proudly made in Ohio, distilled and bottled by the
Ohio.
BKO Distillery.
Medina? Vodka.
Medina.
Nice.
Not Russian vodka?
Not
No,
Russian
no,
vodka.
that's banned.
All
Hell
right, So I'm so glad we didn't get sponsored by a Russian vodka right now.
In retrospect, yeah, not a good
So,
idea.
Are they really a sponsor?
Well, we got a couple free bottles of vodka.
Oh, okay.
So that
Good enough.
counts.
Let's,
Hey,
let's start with that.
So you can check them out at www.voodoo.com. VOUDOUX.
Yeah.
Nice.
We don't have any promo codes for that one.
No, we do have a promo code for our last sponsor.
Woohoo!
Unrefined. Unrefined Cleveland. They are a 100% gluten and dairy-free meal prep service in Cleveland, using all Cleveland vendors for their products, and the food line is always fresh, never frozen. You can pick up in downtown Cleveland, or they'll deliver if you're within 35 miles of downtown. And the promo code is FIRST20. and you'll get 20% off your first order if you get this podcast's promo code.
Ooh, first 20.
Mhm.
All right.
It's delicious.
Do you want to spell that?
Spell what?
I don't know.
First 20?
Can you spell everything?
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, okay.
Is it 20 numbers?
It's
Is this-
20.
Okay.
FIRST 20. Cool. They have a new menu out this week, so they've just updated a lot of stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Meal prep's very convenient.
It
It-
is.
it's
Yeah,
so
it's
it is.
invaluable, really.
And this is so good. I'm eating it. I'm eating
Nice.
this stuff. Asian glazed chicken, the buffalo mac and cheese, and the protein pancakes are
I
my
gotta
favorite.
see. I gotta
Whoa,
start
nice.
partaking with our sponsors besides the beer ones. I got on the scale. Got on the scale for the first time in like a
Cool.
month
Call 'em
yesterday.
up. We're within 35 miles here, right?
Yeah, I
they'll
hope so.
deliver out.
Maybe I should jog there. I could use it.
Cool. Anyway, thank you for all of our sponsors,
Yes.
all Cleveland area, and always looking to promote more.
Yeah.
More people, more bands,
More beer.
more beer.
Sure. Yeah, why
Awesome.
Cool. So back to the action here. Oh, wait, what time is it? Oh, cut that. We got
Sorry, and I keep looking down because we had technical difficulties in our last episode. So I'm like, we're still recording, right?
That would be hilarious.
the Labra Brothers. Cool,
Yeah.
sir. All right. So as a band, what's your goal?
Our goal is
To touch the lives of millions.
No, I think
I mean, you could shadow off of that, I guess. Yeah, it's just it is just to continue to grow, continue to try and reach new ears.
Touch the life of hundreds.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll start with tens, and go from there, right? I mean, we started, trying, knocking on doors in venues in Youngstown, and recently trying to tap into the great part about Youngstown is that it's got its own music scene, which is great, and it's also within an hour or so of Cleveland, an hour from Pittsburgh, and an hour from Akron, 3 hours from Columbus.
Is it closer to Akron or Cleveland?
It's closer to Akron.
Closer to Akron, yeah.
But so yeah, I guess with that goal in mind of just trying to reach new listeners. Sure, I'll take another.
Yeah,
beer.
I'll take it.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll take one. Thank you.
Just to reach new ears, continue to make friends. I feel like we've just continued to try and I guess build that database of friends. I don't mean to put it so bluntly, but I mean that's really it. Continue just to push it forward. Try and hit the bigger stages. Continue to.
I think a big goal of us, our band in the next few years, hopefully, is to make our living off of doing it too. All of us would really like to not have to work 9 to 5s and make it happen. So
Yeah,
that's
sucks.
another.
The mythical goal.
Yeah.
Cool.
But-
That's the unicorn.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
chasing that unicorn.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So until then,
Listen, I'm just hoping that we cut back to this in the future and go in on the looking to touch millions of lives. Yeah, it happened. It'll be on the little clipping behind the music.
Yeah, that's going to be a soundbite once we get our soundbite board here.
Yeah.
Just wanted to touch the light.
feel like your easy button.
Just wanted to touch. Like a DJ, yeah.
I'll receive royalties off of that. In case,
We'll put it right next
We'll
to
talk-
the
we'll talk
Auga.
about
Yeah, the easy button.
So Youngstown music scene is its own entity, kind of, huh?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
What? Tell me about some good venues there.
West Side Bowl
West Side
is
Bowl.
our favorite, I would say. I mean, at this point, Nate Offrendahl, he owns it. He has invested a lot of time and effort into making it something that touring acts can come and play at, and local acts can come and use for, whatever they want. And he's just, the best.
You know what the
Yeah.
capacity is? How big is
So
it?
it's a bowling alley / music venue. So
yeah.
I think all
Is it
together
like Mahal's in Lakewood? Is it similar to
it's
that?
bigger.
Similar, but like the bowling alleys are like next to the stage.
Oh wow.
So,
Yeah, but they-
the people at the bowling alleys can also listen to the music. I think all
A little
together,
extra
what is it?
percussion for everybody.
Little
Yeah.
extra.
Yeah,
I think
just
most of the
listen.
time, actually, they shut down the
shut down the-
bowling during the shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
the case.
but I mean, it's a pretty big capacity.
Tell you what,
I
a
mean,
rock and bowl would be cool as hell.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
You
I
know?
think,
Yeah.
well, my point being, I think altogether it's like what, like 500 or 700.
well, they
yeah, well, they just put 600 people in it. Red, wanting blue.
Okay,
From
cool.
Columbus played there, and they
Yeah.
they,
Know
they
those
did it.
guys?
yeah, they're
Yeah,
awesome,
600.
awesome dudes. Yeah.
Cool.
So there's room.
I knew one of them from my days in Kent, Dean drummer.
Dean?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
know
yeah,
Dean.
yeah.
Yeah,
Dean's
yeah.
cool.
He actually runs a record like store out of West Side Bowl.
Yes.
Oh wow.
So he
Yeah.
collects a bunch of new and vintage records and
I'm
like
glad
vinyl.
they're still
yeah.
active too. Like,
yeah, oh, they're super
Red wanting blue.
super
Yeah.
active. They
Oh,
just
sure, yeah.
they just finished a tour was it East Coast or it was a pretty large tour they just finished up. But
They finished it at West Side Bowl, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
yeah, and it was like insanely packed. I mean, they're a bigger band for that venue.
Yeah.
At this point, I think their fan base is
Yeah.
very wide. It spans pretty far.
Yeah, but West Side Bowl does a really cool job of, I mean, talking to other musicians that have played there, especially from outside the area. It's like one of those venues that the musicians like really love, because the lights are awesome, sound is always really good. So it's just that combination of things is pretty cool. Coming out of pandemic, it's kind of hard to see like what venues that were music venues are continuing to kind of do that and in a regular capacity.
Yeah.
So saying how many venues Youngstown has is kind of tricky at the moment.
Well,
but-
certainly a smaller scale than like Cleveland, but it is there are some spots downtown too. So it's West Side Bowl. It's on the west side of Youngstown, but downtown there's a couple spots there where you can set up a decent show.
Yeah, like Federal,
The
downtown.
Federal, Susie's,
Susie's.
Dogs and Giraffes.
If you want to go on the west side and stay on the west side, Cedars, West End is also a cool
Yeah.
spot. Played at.
One time I played in Youngstown at like the B&O spot or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
what's
not
that
like
place
necessarily a
called?
music venue.
It's more like an event.
It's like a
center.
DIY.
Yeah, it was a festival.
Yeah.
That's
they,
a cool spot.
They do festivals there though, and I mean they like rent out the inside sometimes, and bands will do shows inside. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a really cool place because they have multiple spots within the property that you can set up a sweet show, indoors and outdoors.
The summer shows are the best because
Yeah.
they have like the stage outside obviously.
That was with the Cat's Meow. You guys know about that?
No.
Cool. It's like a Cleveland collective improv thing, and it ran. And Charlie, Uncle Gnarly, he runs it.
What music?
He's the him and Cody from Sea Level plays bass, and Tim from they're all in Wanyama, but it kind of started with Wanyama and like collecting other musicians from here and there, and now it's just like whoever shows up, let's effing jam.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I
they
love that.
what music festival did you play there? Do you remember?
Nope.
No, okay.
2017, like
Fusion
fall
Fest.
of. That's it.
Yeah,
I think we played that.
We might have run into you.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that name sounds really familiar.
That
so-
was. I mean, that was like one of the first
Fusion
festival type events we did in Youngstown when we were first kind of starting as a.
Cool. I think Red Rose Panic
Yeah,
was there with
yeah.
us. With
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, those guys are
Yeah,
sweet.
They're out of
we
Cleveland.
played with
Yeah.
we played with other bands that their members have been in, like Smokeface. You
Cool.
were-
Oh, yeah.
I haven't, but I
okay.
been a little out of touch with them since before the pandemic.
Oh,
So,
gotcha. He played with they're no longer playing.
Acid Cats.
Acid Cats. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're
Oh,
they're
yeah.
Akron, but so he was playing in a few different bands. Smokeface, the bass player from Red Rose Panic, he is absolutely nuts. I don't know if you ever heard him play.
well, I've
but
I've heard a few different versions of Acid Cats. I
Oh,
don't know if
gotcha.
I know that. I might have seen that bass player, but
Might be one of those bands where they have rotating musicians
Yeah.
out.
maybe,
I
maybe,
think.
yeah.
he
I'm
he
not
literally
really
like,
Justin
quite sure.
Tibbs,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
saxophone
yeah.
player, and
Yeah.
Michael Vincent. I don't know if he's playing anymore. I haven't seen him in a while. On guitar.
Not sure.
I'm not
Think you're
sure.
the right guy.
We really know I mean, we know Justin pretty well, and
Cool. Yeah, Justin's awesome.
the trumpet player, Tommy Lehmann.
Tommy Lehmann,
yeah.
He's cool.
Alright.
Very cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I just
Super talented dudes.
Cool.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
my
yeah.
buddy Tommy just took some promo pictures for those guys. Did you see them at all? Like almost like colorful fire coming out of them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I saw
oh,
those.
oh,
Those are
true?
amazing.
Yeah.
I was like,
Of,
man, I gotta.
Justin and both of them, Tommy and Justin.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool, cool.
Nice.
Those
Yeah,
pictures
that's
are
awesome.
amazing. Yeah,
I
they're
have to
like
check
in
it out.
flames,
Reach out.
literally.
Oh yeah,
There-
I saw it. I think Tibbs posted it on his Instagram. Yeah.
Who took
I
those
just-
pictures?
Tommy Waters.
The Tommy,
Tommy
Waters.
Waters.
All right. Good pictures. Tommy Waters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I'm gonna go to whenever that reunion show is. Like,
Yeah,
First
no
in line.
kidding.
We'll have to
Yeah.
make it out too. Yeah.
if you know. But
Yeah,
you
we'll
just
see.
you gotta have faith.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, it'll happen. It'll
Yeah.
happen. Yeah. Yeah. We had it. We were lucky enough to get a show with them. It was just before the pandemic, I guess.
Yeah.
we
That
played
was
with
like one
them.
of their last shows, right? If not the
It
last.
was one of their last
It was
shows.
one of them, yeah.
And that was actually a crazy story because
That's the first time I remember seeing your name. Actually, like
Yeah.
you started sticking with me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
And the Brothers bands in North East Ohio.
yeah.
We were playing a show with them in Canton once, and it was after the show was done. We were in the back room, just hanging out, talking as at the end of every show. It's what happens, right? And we were just like, we just started hearing these like gunshot noises, and it was really weird. We were all kind of just like jarred. We were like, looking at the door, and
So Tibbs, I remember looking Justin Tibbs. It was like just a big weird thing, but we were just looking. We're like, what? There's a huge commotion. We were in the green room. I don't know if you've ever been to the Oracle. That's where we're playing.
Yeah.
In Canton.
Yeah.
It's a really really great.
Never in the green room. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're really really great venue. Like the sound there is awesome. And somebody had just gotten like off probation, came into the venue just trying to look for trouble, and the either him or a security guard had like a CO2 charged like
It's an airsoft gun.
airsoft gun. But when you shoot those things, it makes a big pop.
Dude, it
'Cause it's like a
was-
CO2.
it was
and
enough
so-
to get all of our attention. And
Yeah.
start
It's like a
shooting
little
us.
BB gun, but they're like plastic.
Yeah.
Someone like saw it
And
and like
yelled
jumped to
gun
conclusion.
and
Jumped
oh
to
my
conclusions.
gosh,
Yeah,
it was
screamed
like,
gun and like it turned into this whole like
just
one
hear
of
this-
those.
yeah.
Everybody starts running in a
Oh,
panic.
Yeah,
You know,
it was so
chairs
awful.
are
It was
falling over. It's
horrifying,
like,
man.
yeah, it was horrifying. We all run
Yeah.
out.
Police were there within like a minute with the guy on the floor, so that was like
Oh, all
that was
right.
great. Yeah, but
All right, Canton Police.
yeah, they were they were out there really quick.
I didn't expect to be talking about this on this podcast.
Yeah,
No, that was a crazy
that's
show.
what one beer does to us.
Well, that's what expectations get
Yeah.
you. You don't talk about these things.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Well, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
I just remember all of us talking after, and we're like, wow, definitely one to remember.
Yeah, that
I
was
was like, hey, let's do this again.
thank God, false alarm and
Oh, obviously,
but,
obviously,
God,
yeah.
but
no,
we
it's-
were just in the moment. It was just like, oh my, like we
You gotta-
booked it. I mean, like
we're sprinting outside like
Yeah.
on the street. Like it was like one of the. I mean, you have nightmares about those moments, and you
You just never expect that.
you
I mean,
never
we
expect
didn't
it.
expect that.
Yeah,
You don't ever
but
go to some place
people
expecting
started
that.
screaming and running. You're like, oh man, this is it.
yeah,
Yeah, it's finally happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not
Yeah.
not fun. But anyway,
Let's take a turn here.
yeah.
I want to get back into making the music. So can we
Yeah,
talk
absolutely.
about the gear you guys use?
sure.
Cool.
Yeah. Who wants to
Let's
start?
start with
So this is
Mr. Saxophone.
Yeah, so this is pretty. Adrian and I are kind of similar because we.
What
we-
type of saxophone? Baritone, you said?
I have a baritone saxophone and a tenor saxophone. They're both Cannonball Big Bell Stone series, which I love.
You keep them both on stage?
Yeah, I've got like I just started using the Barry, in December, and so it's pretty fresh. And then the tenor I've been playing since we've been kind of playing out. So that's been since we've been playing out like as a collective band in downtown. It's probably been like 6 years.
You mess with the higher registers too, at all?
Not so much. I think I would like to eventually, because I mean, obviously, like the key change in the embouchure is the biggest change, switching from saxophone to saxophone, and I mean, because so tenor and soprano are like the same key, and baritone and alto are in the same key. So like those would be kind of B flat and E flat. So those would be pretty similar. Like I think at least like the muscle memory for the hands and the fingers, but there's so much that goes on in the mouth that I think probably want to sit down and just like get a better handle on what I'm using now. But I really love it. Saxophone is one of those things that like kind of how like Christian picked up the bass. Adrian and Christian were both just like, hey, you should like learn how to play a saxophone, and so that's kind of what happened.
Hey, you want to be in the band?
Yeah, learn the saxophone.
Learn the sax.
So it's I really do love it though. It's unique. It's kind of like it's one of those things you could really make your own. I think kind of like vocals, with the air and you can really kind of add your own tone to it.
How long have you been playing for?
So the baritone really frequently, or not frequently, recently, and the tenor for 6 years about now, and then guitar I've been playing for longer. I've been playing for about 12 years, and Adrian and I actually have like kind of similar setup. We both use Avid 11 racks. I don't know if you've heard those, but Avid's the same company, Pro Tools, and we really like it because we get an awesome translation from the in-studio sound to our live setup. We both use MIDI foot controllers, different MIDI foot switches with that setup. But yeah,
all right.
Yeah. I'd like to get into some pedals though with the saxophone. That's kind of I think the next thing that I'm gonna try to do, but.
Your saxophones are both Cannonball, right?
Yeah, Cannonball Big Bellstone series.
Yeah.
Both black nickel too. They're pretty
nice.
sleek.
I've seen some people use the multi-effects pedals really effectively with the brass.
Yeah,
the next
and
step.
the saxophone player for
woodwind,
Apostle
yeah.
Jones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Charlie, Uncle Gnarly. Who
Yeah,
did,
he
Cats Me Out with.
He just I was actually asking him about his setup because he's got some cool like different effects on. He's got like a delay and a flange and like a couple other cool things. But he was like really like saucing it up for. It's one of those things that can really make the aesthetic of like a sound or set the tone or the environment. But I'd really like to get into that soon. So we'll see.
Cool. Well, what kind of guitar do you play?
I play a Fender Strat. And
Strat guys.
Yeah, we're both Strat guys actually.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, it's a Chinese Strat, but I kind of like it's got the thinner neck on it. And our cousin is an artist, and he actually engraved the whole thing with the Mayan calendar, which is like it looks really cool. Yeah, I'll have to show you a picture after. Yeah,
Send us a picture. We'll try to put it in.
Yeah, I can do that for sure. But while you're at it, you can put pictures of my saxophones in because they're gorgeous. So.
Okay.
I'll send
Send them over.
I
looked at the time, so
no
I know where to
obligation.
insert
Yeah.
We've been trying the 11 racks for a few years now. It kind of went against the old school voice in my head, that wants to play with the loud amp and the pedals and everything. And this was kind of a way to, replicate the tones that you create in the studio and be able to just pretty effortlessly just take them onto the stage with you. And so I guess over time I've gotten a lot more comfortable with them.
So 11 racks is like a computer program.
It's like a Helix.
The Helix is a foot switch.
Yeah, you get the Helix rack.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is a rack unit.
Rack unit, and then you
have a MIDI.
And then there's a foot. Yeah, we have. I use a foot switch. Yeah, to operate it. So, but yeah, it's
big foot switches are a lot of.
Yours is pretty big, right?
Mine is fairly large. Yeah, it has the two expression pedals. It's a Roland.
So you preset everything and then trigger it.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. You program the different. What are they called? The stomp pedals, stomp boxes, whatever.
I've yet to graduate to that. I'm still using individual pedals on a big pedal board.
Yeah. Oh, I totally understand
I'm stubborn.
that. No,
I'm not ready.
believe me. Yeah. Some people. I mean.
Yeah, I feel like everybody has their own method.
Yeah, I think it's just what you kind of went into playing guitar with, You
Bang
get
for the buck, man. That Helix or the 11 rack, compared to a Helix is fantastic.
Yeah, no, I really do like it now. I mean, it took me, like I said, some time to I guess get used to it. But you have really unlimited ability. You can get super granular, and you can pick. You model basically everything that you would in your normal like chain. So you'd go straight from your guitar into your pedal board, right? You throw in your whatever combination of pedals you want to put together like a patch, and then you can also pick like your amp and cab at the end of the chain to model and tweak in pretty crazy detail. So. And that is what I guess over time you get more used to I guess getting down and dirty, and it's really just a matter of spending a lot of time with it. That's really the thing. You can kind of make, with all the technology that there is out there, you really don't have to spend a ton of money. It's really just the amount of time you spend getting familiar with your equipment. That's the challenge, really, in my opinion. So, but the 11 racks have been great. Like I said, just being able to quickly, you program it to the foot switch, and you can quickly switch between patches. So,
do you find yourself going to like the same amp model in there?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, I'm getting a little more experimental. I kind of stuck with a few settings that were pretty comfortable to me. I tend to stay on the cleaner side when I'm playing rhythm guitar, kind of like a John Frusciante type tone. I guess I always kind of lean in that clean direction when it comes to my rhythm playing. And then I guess with the lead tones, that's where I've started to get a little more experimental, I guess you could say, with different delays and distortions and fuzz. Started playing around with fuzz a little bit, and there's still a whole frontier, that I haven't tapped into yet, and that's kind of the fun part about equipment and music in general, is that there's never, you're never done, and you're never almost, to the point where you know everything. I mean, that's not to get philosophical here all of a sudden, but I mean,
we've touched on this a couple times in this podcast. Yeah, once you start being satisfied, like, where do you have to go?
Yeah, no, there's always somewhere to go, right? I mean, there's always different. If you're talking about music in general, I mean, there's always a different genre out there, some kind of fusion you can tap into. I mean, but then with the equipment itself, yeah, it's just. I guess bringing it full circle, the 11 rack kind of gives you the ability to play around quite a bit with the settings that are, and the models that are built into it.
And the Strat you got?
The Strat, yeah, it's a Mexican Strat. I modded. I spent a bunch of money, the new pickups and everything.
Still 3 single coils?
3 single coils. Yep.
Yeah, mine's an HSS. Yours is all single.
Mine's
right? Yeah.
3S. Yeah, right.
I got a 3S too.
Do you?
Modded Mexican. Yeah.
Yes.
It's still that same one you turned me on to all those years ago.
Yeah.
When we
The
had-
road worn.
Yeah, it was road worn, and then
Nice.
I got it road worn even more. So just like John Frusciante's road wear, like his
Nice.
signature wear,
Oh, nice.
like scratchy on the
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I love the Strat. I mean, when I started, I played a Telly, which is, I have the Telly still, and it needs a lot of work. And I'm like, every time I look at it, I'm like, man, I gotta.
Oh, basement trader. He's got a telly for it.
Oh, does he?
You can do the work.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point. It does
plug.
need set up. It needs quite a bit, actually.
He's
I want to break the Telly back out. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it was John Mayer that got me into the Strats, like early,
Oh, yeah.
mid 2000s. You know, that album with Pino Palladino.
Yeah, John Mayer Trio.
That was a huge influence on me, and I mean, so I was playing Strats. I tried a few other guitars. The only other one that came closely satisfying is the Paul Reed Smith.
No, okay, yeah.
He has his own signature line of PRS guitars now, right?
Yeah.
John Mayer.
John Mayer,
does?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Silver Sky.
Silver Sky.
They're
yeah.
beautiful. I mean, the colors are great.
That's what Santana plays too, right? PRS.
PRS.
Like
Yeah.
PRS,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he, I mean, those are both two guys that get, you know, they have their own tones. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they.
You know that's them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
It's like a voice almost.
It is,
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, who else has one of those? Brian May has one of those.
What,
from
his own
Queen.
voice?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
well, he
hear,
made
you
his
hear
out
a
of a-
tone,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
you know that that's them.
Made that out of an old mantle or something from his family house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, him and his dad built that guitar. They hand wound pickups and everything.
Oh, geez.
That's really cool.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, they made it from like an old mantle from some ancient house. Yeah.
Wow.
That's nuts.
I remember getting a Brian May effect pedal. Like, have you ever seen this one? It's pretty. It's
so.
rare, but I had it for just like 6 months. But it came with a sixpence, because he uses that instead of a pick.
What? Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, he uses a coin, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
I feel like I would just
He has to
destroy
change
my
it-
strings.
He has to change his strings every show.
Oh,
Every show.
I bet. Yeah,
But he
yeah.
plays with the same one. It's like.
I mean,
one.
I'm sure you get like a nice, like glassy, like punchy tone with that, but
I mean, it's
yeah.
not
signature
ideal.
tone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Seriously.
I gotta
yeah.
start playing with a pencil or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I bet he
Yeah.
destroys his pick guards.
I have this one. I play with this like piece of sea glass that that gives it this really nice scratchy thing, but
Yeah.
I only use it for reggae.
Oh,
Nice.
gotcha.
Oh,
really
that's
cool.
interesting.
Well, that fits the light and scratchy kind of
Sea glass.
Yeah.
It's right by the
Jeez.
beach, boy.
Well, it was shaped just like one, just like a pick. So I'm like, I'm gonna see how this sounds. Oh, yeah, it sounds great.
Sweet.
I just watched a video on like different guitar picks, and this guy in the video he swears by like I don't know if you ever seen like they're really thick wooden picks, but like he's just like, oh yeah, like the speed and like you have to move your fingers so much less because of the weight behind the pick.
Is it like softwood or?
I think it's softwood, yeah, but it's like this really I mean, it's like this thick.
Whoa.
Yeah,
wow.
it's like really like you think like that would be really awkward, but
That was like a half inch. Holy
yeah,
crap.
yeah. It was like really, it's like really thick. Yeah, yeah. Like, can you see on the camera?
It looks like you're saying it's little, but that's huge.
No, it's huge. It's
That is-
huge.
yeah,
It's huge.
that's
Yeah,
huge.
yeah.
It's a thick thing.
Yeah, it's like 10 regular picks.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but pretty crazy. I mean, everybody
Yeah.
swears by something else, you know.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still on gear. There's
Yeah.
3 of you.
Yeah. I'm the last one.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more analog with my tones and my gear. I run out of an SVT7 Pro for the bass head, and then for the cab, I run out of a 410 Ampeg. It's like an HLN series. I really like it. It's got the MIDI out, so I'm able to, or an XLR out, so I'm able to, go straight into an interface if I want to. So that's always cool for like
Yeah.
quality control for tones and stuff, for like recording and whatnot. But it also has tubes in the amp, so I'm able to get that that nice warm sound.
Do any of you guys have laptops on stage?
No,
We've been talking about that
yeah,
though.
we're kind of like graduating into that for like just for the sake of we're trying to get a light rig, so we're trying to sync everything up with that. So
That always steps up the game.
It
Yeah.
does, yeah.
Yeah.
we're trying
Yeah.
to hit that. Yeah, so
Cool.
yeah, not yet, but yeah. And then I have a 2012 Elite Series Jazz bass. It's a natural wood with the black pearl inlay. I like it a lot. It's a 5-string. I kind of just started out playing a 5-string, so haven't really strayed away yet. But yeah, that's it. I use like round wound strings, but I'm thinking about going back to flat wounds pretty soon. I really like that, the way that sounds.
I use flat
Yeah.
wounds.
Yeah, it's really, if you're a percussive player, it really it brings out that thumpiness.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Yeah, but yeah, and then for pedals, I use a Sans amp like the DI, just for like a natural or like clean tone. And then I go into an MXR chorus pedal. Then I go into like a POG octaver. I like that. We use that for some of our songs. Like
It's my pedal.
Yeah, it is. It is. I just started to use it. Yeah. It's a really nice pedal.
Yeah.
People, I can tell like whenever I'm talking about pedals and stuff, people always recognize that one.
I've seen those a lot. I've never actually used one or even tested one out.
They're really cool.
pretty
They're really
sweet,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. You get some really fat. If you put up the like lower octave, you get a really nice fat sound, and then the higher octave, you get a really nice tinny
So
higher
you
sound.
can control the tones of like each octave that you separate.
Yeah, and then you have that like dry signal to where you
Oh,
can kind of
cool.
just like bleed it in.
Cool.
But-
I have the pitchfork and the whammy,
Oh, okay.
and like,
Nice.
but I don't think either of them do that.
Yeah.
For my octaving and. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. That's good to know. Yeah, I don't know much about it. Like, I just saw it that he had it. I was like, hey, dude, can I use this?
Yeah.
He let me.
Yeah.
So I was like,
It's,
all right.
it's the simpler version of the POG. They have the more complex ones where it's basically like you can basically like EQ is not the right word, but you basically have those. It looks like kind
Pick
of
out the ranges.
yeah.
that
You
they-
pick out the
yeah.
ranges and you
Yeah.
get super specific with
That's pretty cool.
yeah what colors you're bringing out.
That's one thing about like the 11 rack. You know, if you're super into like one specific pedal, I think like wah specifically, I don't think you can really get that, you know, that same effect out of something like a modeler or the 11 rack, just because of how much versatility there is in some specific pedals. Not all. I mean, like a regular delay or, you know, distortion, I think you can kind of really do well with the 11 rack, but some of those niche pedals, especially the wah, I think you've never really been happy with the wah sound that you get out of the 11 rack, right?
I'm getting more used to it now that I figured out how to program the expression pedal on my foot switch. I can actually use it like a wah pedal, you know. I'm not super technologically inclined, so it took me a little while to figure out the programming of the whole thing.
There's a lot there, man.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a
there's-
ton. There's a ton.
lot.
And yeah, so.
Well, all right, Labra Brothers. All right.
We got to end with our usual question.
Oh, I'm not ready to end.
Oh,
You ready to
okay.
end?
No, I'm not ready to end. But you,
I'm just getting
it
started.
sounded like one of those when you're ready to get off the phone. You're like, well, anyway.
It was like a Midwest.
Yeah,
All right.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, and we're doing a Midwest goodbye. We're like,
Yeah. That means in an hour we'll leave.
yeah.
You always come back and just keep talking.
That's right. All right. So we know about you guys, musicians. What about you guys personally? What's some of the stuff you're into? Your families?
Yeah.
So who wants to start?
I'll start.
All of you three at once. Just answer at once. Yeah.
I'll start. I am married. I have my wife at home. Her name's Kelly, and we just had our first child in September.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Girl. Her name is Louisa,
Louisa.
and she.
She's a family experiment. She's the first one out of the family. So
She's the. I'm gonna interpret that the way I think.
I
you
know what you're
meant
trying
it.
to
You know what?
Yeah. I
Thank
think
God, because none of us do.
Excuse me.
I do my best not
So-
to hold his words against him. Yeah. but,
now we're all gonna get an opportunity to. Yeah, it's our first niece.
First, grandchild for my parents. So yeah, she's got the attention of the entire family. I'm assuming that's what Christian
That's
meant
what I
by
meant.
experiment. Yeah.
That's what I meant.
But
Everybody knows that's what I meant.
I mean, it is an experiment, I guess, if you think about it. The experiment of life. Getting super philosophical again. Yeah. Anyway, life-changing thing. Trying to, I guess, figure out how to continue to be an adult when you're running on, 2-3 hours of sleep. Trying to figure out how to press on with all of musical endeavors and everything else going on in life with a tiny person that fully relies on you. So it's been. I'm not gonna claim to be a pro. I'm not. Just trying.
You're a newbie.
I am very much so.
Cool. They're not fun dad anymore. Not fun anymore, Dad. All right. Let's move on.
He wasn't that fun to begin with.
Yeah, that's basically all I have going on. So yeah.
Well, I'll go next. I mean, I'm just.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're good.
No, I think you're just kind of learning the brother mentality.
I honestly can't remember anything else I have going on in my life right now. Anyway, 'cause, it's just
I almost did though.
boring.
Very sweet. Very sweet.
No, kids are great, and they get greater as they get older.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it, man.
Yeah. Well,
You
I'll
have
take
kids?
your word for it.
4-year-old.
You have a 4-year-old?
daughter.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you have any kids, Chuck?
I got a 4-legger, Angus.
Nice.
Sweets everybody when they come in.
Oh yeah, Angus, great dog.
Good boy.
Yeah,
Good boy.
He's a good boy. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm just kind of living in Cleveland. I work at the Root Cafe in Cleveland. Gonna be moving back to Youngstown pretty soon.
Cool. What's the Root Cafe?
It's like just a vegan, vegetarian cafe in Lakewood.
Okay.
Pretty cool spot. You know, with full bakery.
Cool.
Coffee.
It's enough free advertising.
Yeah,
Don't
right.
worry.
But I'm doing that. I have a girlfriend. She lives in New York City. She does theater. Her name's Madeline. I love her very much. Hope she's listening. She can hear that.
Skip her to like 111.
Got my brownie points. Skip over that too. So yeah, that's pretty much me. I mean, I've been living in Cleveland for about a year and a half. I love it here. You know, it's kind of like been home for me. It's been a quick adjustment. I love, there's more things to do, which is cool. A lot of cool musicians, a lot of cool people to meet. So, yeah, I've been liking Cleveland. And, yeah, that's about it. Guess that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Music and Root Cafe.
Yeah.
Right, what a life.
I'm a barista. So that ain't typical for a musician. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Not typical for a Latin musician, I don't think.
Oh,
but,
no.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
You're an innovator.
I mean, I'm the first of my kind.
Yeah. I think you'd be more suited as like a dance instructor.
Well, that's on the weekends.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys dance
But like
at your shows?
a really bad dance instructor. No.
It's usually after our gigs until like 3.
No
in the morning.
choreography?
No, just pure soul.
Headbanging, man.
Yeah.
Feet stomping, headbanging.
Yeah,
that's about the extent of it.
Yeah.
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 I was making a joke that I was a stripper. I don't know if you guys caught on to that.
I didn't.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Dang it.
Can't
I gotta
picture
work on my
that.
jokes.
We're gonna leave
Yeah.
that there.
I think you have to shave first. Yeah.
No, they're like the nice rugged type. No.
You could be a stripper. Your
Patchy
name
beard.
could be Peach Fuzz.
Come on, you Peach Fuzz. I'm gonna get the derma roller and get it nice. So don't you worry.
Yeah, prove me wrong.
Yeah. I will.
He's going to come back. He's going to have like the fullest beard ever and a million listeners.
Look like ZZ Top next
Just
time I come in.
taking testosterone
Now
every
what?
single day. Just
Right.
yeah.
All right, if you're brave enough.
Yeah. So I'm married to my wife Elena, my beautiful wife Elena. She's an artist. We actually just got married in September. So we got married 2 days before Adrian had his baby, which was a very, very exciting time for our family. Kelly, his wife, was in the wedding and was very pregnant for the wedding. So that was a very, it was fun. And if that doesn't describe our family, then I don't think anything else does.
I love that, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Chaotic, yeah.
Yeah, but it was.
I've got a big family too. I got 4 sisters.
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow,
yeah. So you
okay. Wow.
definitely get it.
Dang, 4 sisters.
Middle child too. Yeah.
Hey, nice. That's why I think we're vibing a little bit here. Yeah, we got the same haircut and we're the same place in our prospective families. Yeah, Yeah, my wife actually just transitioned into she's an artist full time now, which has been really really cool. She does ceramic work, like pottery and stuff like that. I work as a maintenance director, and I do like a lot of side carpentry woodworking things, which is I think it's another kind of way to express yourself. You know, it's a different kind of art, I think, depending on what you're doing.
The maintenance supervisor, would you say?
Maintenance director. So
Is
I
that
like
like head janitor.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So I like
Charlie work.
yeah.
Thank you for pulling him
Yeah,
back
thank
down.
you. Thank you. That takes me down a couple notches. So like
Senior.
instead of mopping the floor, I tell the guy what to mop the floor with. No. Not really.
Yeah, he still mops the floor.
Yeah, I still mop the
Yeah,
floor.
moving up the ladder.
Yeah. I just figured I'd give my title a shout out there, but it's a lot of it's a lot of working with contractors and stuff like that. And so I was working in like residential carpentry before getting that job. So that's kind of where the side projects came in. And
Carpentry's fun.
yeah, it is. It's really like satisfying and like way to relax and stuff like that. You know, you don't have to like overthink what you're doing. It's
Cool.
yeah.
You don't want to underthink it, though.
I would say it was
Come out with less
relaxing.
digits, you
I mean,
know?
Yeah, exactly.
More like woodworking and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
Relaxing,
yeah.
like but
Cool. You whittle?
I don't whittle.
Just a whittle.
Yeah.
just a little.
Yeah. Yeah, just with soap though. I don't really.
Top level shit right there.
Wow, he was waiting for that one for a while.
No, I'd get one of those puns out there.
I can't believe that one.
Flat.
That was good. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Are we on to movie recommendations?
Yeah, we can. Let's do that.
We got another guest coming in a bit, so this is as fun as this is. We gotta have you guys back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
absolutely.
great.
We need a
absolutely.
bigger table to get everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll bring the
Yeah.
whole band next time.
Yeah.
All right.
So at the close of every episode, we go to movie recommendations from each of you. Which is like, I don't watch movies at all. So like, if you're like, I have no movies, I haven't seen this since 1992. Like, that's fine. I watched the Ninja Turtles 1 and 2 last weekend.
I went to the
Yeah, would
theater
you
and saw
recommend-
Studio 666, the Foo Fighters
Oh.
horror
Oh,
B
wow.
movie.
How was that?
It was? It was hilarious. Like, it's supposed to be scary, but like very, very hilarious. They all play themselves, and Dave Grohl plays like this. He plays a version of himself that's a conceited rock star. It's really hilarious.
That is cool.
So it's like a
turned murderer. Yeah.
All right.
like a scary movie type, like horror / comedy type.
Yeah, like a B slasher movie. Yeah.
Got it.
Gory.
Yeah. Okay.
cool. I mean, I personally always recommend The Other Guys. You guys ever seen that one?
Yeah.
With Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
With Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock.
Of course. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that lineup. The most one-liners of any movie, I will say.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I would watch that. Yeah, that's my movie recommendation to whoever has not seen that. It's pretty hard to believe that somebody hasn't seen that at this point, though.
Yeah. Parasite is an awesome movie. It's a South Korean film. It's like a psychological thriller. It's really interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to describe it, but it's basically like somebody fakes being a like a college student to teach somebody who's very wealthy, and then their whole family kind of gets in on like.
Wait, you don't want to spoil it.
No, it's not spoiling it.
Yeah, I get. Well, if it's describing the plot without like really.
It's describing the
giving-
plot. Yeah, they get in, like basically get in this family and like start kind of like taking all their money because they're
So what
all of
happens
them
at the
are not really all of them are not really qualified to do it. You know what I mean?
What qualifies as a spoiler, really? I think like
Yeah,
twists, deaths,
yeah.
ending,
The end.
endings.
Yeah. The end. The
Yeah.
whole
whole
thing.
plot, maybe. I mean, that's kind of.
Well, I mean, I've
Well,
seen
sometimes,
I've
yeah.
seen
Not
trailers
at all.
that give away more than that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You ever
Okay.
seen one of
Yeah,
those
true.
trailers that just basically show the whole movie, like
like
the
10 minutes.
beginning, middle, and
I
end?
hate comedies that show the best one-liners in the
Yeah.
whole comedy,
Oh,
like in
yeah.
the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like,
Oh, yeah.
Ah, thanks. I don't have to go watch that.
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Or you watch it, you're like, oh, where are all the other funny parts? They
Yeah.
stuffed them all in the trailer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I'll ring off my top three.
Whoa.
I'm not a. I'm not a movie connoisseur by any means, but I guess I've always loved watching The Departed, The Departed. It's probably one of the movies I come back to. Yeah, I'll watch that 100 times and not get tired of it. Leonardo DiCaprio is probably one of my favorite actors. Anyway,
What a handsome dude.
that's
why.
That devil, yeah.
You'd see it 100 times and I get tired. Cool. Chuck's got a movie like that. It's called Backdoor Sluts.
It's tough to believe that gets old. Anyway, my other two.
The CGI is fantastic.
But the dialogue is crazy.
I forget my other two. I just forget about it. No, I like The Boondock Saints is one of my favorite
That's a
movies
good one.
also, and then
Awesome.
Pineapple Express.
Probably cool.
Wow.
These are all solid. I've never seen the Parasite.
It's really
just
good.
Parasite.
Just Parasite.
I'd recommend that
Oh,
one.
that's a
Yeah.
really good one. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Thank you guys for having
Yeah,
me.
thanks.
Well,
Thank
you
you
so
guys
much.
got
Yeah,
any
been really
questions
awesome.
for
fun.
us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just please edit out all the nonsense. No, I'm just joking.
I don't
That's
want.
part of it.
Button on-
Yeah.
We rarely delete anything.
Great, great.
I don't want to. I mean, I had a chance to listen to some of the previous episodes, so I kind of. I know you're both musicians, obviously. We talked already. You said you play in a tribute band, right?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you have.
Not
Okay.
currently, but
Okay,
I have.
gotcha.
I've played in a number of them.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Well, if we get the call and like the money is good, we'll do it. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been 3 years, but
I'll
I'm
whore
sure.
myself out for that.
I'll put the Frusciante wig back on.
There you go. Yeah.
You wore a wig for that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's
nice.
sick.
I was gonna start wearing a wig to like our shows as a regular thing. Just like switch it up every single.
We even turned the fan on in his face for the video.
Oh.
The fan blowing in his face. he's
Forgot
all
about
on-
that crap, man.
We're gonna throw that right in here.
That was embarrassing. Looking back at that, it's so hilarious.
That's how you. I mean, the truly dedicated tribute bands look like the band that they're, they're tributing, right?
Yeah,
One year for Halloween, I was Flea, and I like drew the tattoos and everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I like spray painted my hair purple.
That was just one day, though. You're a poser.
Yeah. These people do it on a
Man.
regular basis. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
yeah.
dedication.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
That's what I'm saying. The truly dedicated ones.
Sometimes for a crowd of only Evan's like aunt.
Oh yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. Hey, I mean,
We've all been there.
we've all been there. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
geez, that's the truth.
Exactly.
All right. Labra Brothers. Cool. Where can we catch you next? Upcoming shows?
Yeah, we'll be playing on March 26th at Coda. With
Anyone playing with you that we might know?
yeah, there's a band called Among the Willows.
Hey, I know those guys. They're some brothers.
I know.
I heard. That's awesome. So, and I had a chance to listen to them a little bit. I love the kind of the no nonsense blues rock. I mean, it's and the guitar solos. Is your brother a guitarist?
No, that's
Okay.
yeah, it's the one that's not a brother. But yeah,
That's okay.
yeah, John's fantastic. He's
Yeah.
selling. He's got a Leslie cabinet up for sale right now. That looks cool as hell.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, I love his playing too. It's just throw it in your face. Hey, this is blues. If you like it or not.
Exactly. No.
If you don't like it, you like it.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I like
The
it.
essence of blues, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's
cool.
I love it.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
I'm kind of we didn't talk about band dynamics really that much, but I'm definitely the traditionalist, and I guess the stuff that I write is more, if it's blues, it sounds like a blues. It's definitely got the blues backbone. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate the sounds I was hearing from Among the Willows, and they're a Cleveland band, obviously, and then there's a band called the Dead Licks that is coming from Chicago.
Cool.
And that's the bill. So that's the next thing.
Where is that at?
That's at Coda. Sorry.
Coda,
Yeah.
that's right.
Coda,
Yeah.
yeah.
Coda in Tremont. Yep.
Cool.
Yep. There's a big event in a Youngstown event that's happening on March 30th. So there's this radio station called The Summit. They play, or they
91.3 out of Akron, right?
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
90.7
out of
in
Youngstown.
Youngstown.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is in Athens, but they just opened airwaves
I think
in
it's
Athens.
I think it's 9.
Sorry, what is it in Youngstown again?
97.
90.7.
Yeah.
Anyway, they do this thing every year. It's called 330 Day because we're in the 330 area code. And every year they do 330 Day. It's on March 30th where they feature, bands from the region. So some bands, when they have done it in Akron in previous years, they had artists come in from really all over Northeast Ohio, Cleveland included. This year is specifically, it's 10 artists from Youngstown area. So it's at Stambaugh Auditorium in on the north side of Youngstown. And that's kind of a quick plug and play. There's 10 artists, so we do 2 songs each and run through it. It's a pretty cool format, pretty cool feature of Youngstown. So that's those are the 2 kind of big shows on the radar. But coming back to Cleveland later this year or in May. Actually, we've got another show at Coda coming up in May. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Spirit of the Bear is Youngstown too, right?
Yeah.
Cool. What other bands out of Youngstown that we might not have heard of up this way?
There's J.D. Ecker. I don't know if you've heard.
Oh yeah. Actually, I've heard of him through the song.
Yeah, great dude. He actually the bass player in that band is my wife's dad. So my father-in-law. Yeah, my father-in-law. As I was saying, there was a simpler way to say that. But yeah, he kills it on the bass. But the Vindies.
Oh yeah.
And
Demos Papademos.
Demos Papademos. Who?
Oh man,
Leanne Binder is on the bill too. She's a Youngstown artist. We actually got vocal lessons from her at one time. She's an incredible vocalist.
Yeah, she's really good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We're running out of time, but I did want to ask you guys about your vocal rehearsals. You guys pull it off beautifully. Yeah. And I'm sure there's a lot of groups out there that would love to sound as good as you. Got any secrets for vocal rehearsals?
Be born to the same parents. Just kidding.
I mean,
we're not formally trained, so I don't feel qualified to really give any tips.
So your harmonies, you just sound them out, or do you you read music?
I think we all read music in some capacity, just from
when he says we aren't formally trained, that's kind of untrue. We grew up in the school choir, and we all did chamber choir growing up, so we all have that. It's
perfect foundation.
Then. It was good to sight read, and you get that kind of pitch muscle memory and try to. I mean, you get the vocal warm up and stamina. Yeah. That's the main thing. I think
that listening to each other. I think that's a big part of what we do. And then it kind of worked well naturally because just where our vocal ranges sit. I'm kind of higher vocal range. Adrian's middle, and Christian's middle lower. So it just worked out with the way that everything sat. So
you ever do more than 3 parts?
We're hoping we'll get that 4th brother and maybe a 5th brother in eventually, but
What are you playing Barry White at home?
We did.
We need a high harmony.
On our album, we did do a couple songs that had very brief 4-part harmonies, but that's a lot harder to arrange.
In the studio you can put in 20 vocal parts.
Yeah. We're aspiring to be the Eagles.
Yeah, seriously.
You mean La Eagles?
Yeah.
Los Eagles.
Yeah, Los Eagles.
Yeah. Oh, Los Eagles. Yeah. 2 years of Spanish and I couldn't get the plurals right.
Come on, man. Those pronouns are tough, man.
I thought I could land a perfect end to the podcast joke.
Next time.
Maybe next time.
Well, you'll redeem yourself.
Yeah.
For our Spanish audience, lo siento.
And for our American audience, adios. For the Cuyahoga Sound Podcast, I'm Evan Stone.
I'm Chuck Schilling.
Peace.
See ya.